Hey, I'm Jacob Hughes, and welcome to my new segment, Does It Slap?
Oh yeah, this totally slaps, bro.
I'm still kind of trying to come up with an intro or like a theme or something. I don't know if that's going to stick yet or not. We'll workshop it.
The Urban Dictionary defines something to slap to be good as fuck. To be used in a sentence, this Chipotle slaps.
In this segment, I'm going to be reviewing some music gear, and I'm going to find out if it slaps or not. And if it does, just how hard it slaps. And while I'm reviewing the gear, I might even, drink a couple beers, just have a good time, relax. There's no rules. No rules. It's just two favorite things. Playing gear, reviewing gear, and drinking beer. There's no rules. Today's gear choice is going to be no other than the John Petrucci 7-string. And then today's beer of choice is going to be no other than what I get. Busch Light. Busch Light. At least you're not out of beer. I should do something like Hot Ones, except it's called Cold Ones. It's just like a line of a bunch of different shitty beer, and like each one is just progressively worse than the last. And you never forget that taste. Very distinct. So today I got the JP70 Sterling by Music Man. I've always wanted one of these since I was like 14. I just didn't have a couple grand to shell out. So luckily, they made a more economically affordable one. Not cheap. I didn't say cheap. These aren't cheaply made. These are great. It's modeled after the JP7, the one that I can't afford. So it's good for them. Good for them for thinking of the broke musicians like me whenever they came out with this. Right away, I love the paint job, that matte finish. Or matte? Is it matte or matte? Mattel? No, that's the toy maker. Hasbro? One thing I also like is the back of the neck doesn't have any gloss on it. I can't stand it whenever my necks have gloss on it. Whenever you're playing and you kind of sweat and I don't know, just your hand sticks to it. I don't get the following behind glossy necks, unfinished necks. No protection. That's the way I like it. Whenever I first unboxed it, right away I realized I don't think this is who I bought it from's fault or the manufacturer, but they didn't include the whammy bar, which was annoying. So now I got to do some research to see. I don't think that it's a screw-in one either. So I think it's like a certain size that pops in. So I got to find one of those. It's got locking tuners on the back, and I've never had a guitar with those on them before. I've always had Floyd Roses, so my dumbass thought that they work like a Floyd Rose or something. You just tune it up and then lock it in place. So I'm sitting there untuning them, and the strings start popping out. And I realize, oh, okay, there's a little screw that goes in, and it's holding the strings in place. It's a weird idea, I guess, but I mean, it holds its tune pretty well. Like, for being brand new, I've only had to tune it a couple times. That's neat. It's got a bolt-on neck, which I don't really have a problem with. Like, it could be a neck through or a bolt-on. It's never really bothered me. I guess I prefer the bolt-on because sometimes I got to go and adjust the truss rod in there, and I'm not really sure. I've had a couple neck throughs, and I don't think I've ever actually looked for the truss rod in it, so I don't really know how you adjust those. Also, I love the indentions on it. Like right here on your arm, just kind of casually rest there. It could be all, and then but there's this dent, so you're not really like all willy-nilly. Whenever you're playing and you're like strumming, and you're strumming like this, it's really a perfect mold if you think about it. Like whenever you're looking at this example that I'm showing you, you can tell the designers had no flaw in it. It's great. So it's a 24th fret, and I like that they really came in all the way to the 24th fret so you can get up there and reach them. John Petrucci's known to shred, so like, yeah, I'm stoked. Like I said, I've wanted one of these since I was like a kid, like since I was 14, and I'm a huge Dream Theater fan, huge John Petrucci fan. So let's see if it slaps or not. First off, I want to see if it can shred. Just how quick this neck. The action seems pretty low on it, so I feel like it's going to be able to shred pretty easily. I want to hear these pickups too. I've played around with it a little bit, but I'm stoked. All right, let's see if it can shred. She shreds. That old hunk of wood, it's got some action to it. I dig it a lot. I did notice the lower E string would kind of slide a little bit, but like I mentioned earlier in the video, whenever I was tuning them, they were popping out, and the only, well, I guess the real fine gauge, I could only find like a 0.08, which is like stupid fine. So I think that's the issue behind that. If you use like a 9 or a 10, you should be okay. But yeah, I love the action on it. I tried to go in between the neck and bridge pickup to get different sounds with them, and I love the sound of it. It reminds me of my Wolfgangs almost, the tone behind that, and that's like my favorite pickup ever is from those EVH Wolfgangs. So yeah, I'm a fan. So we found out that it shreds. And now the whole reason you buy a 7-string. Damn it, Carter. Hey boy. Yeah. The whole reason you buy a 7-string is to see if it chugs. I chug, that's for sure. But does that guitar? Oh man, let's find out. Cha! Yeah, I'd say it can chug. It can chug harder than your mom. Burn! I'm just kidding, kinda. Now, it's passed all of the tests so far. What do you think? Well, what else? It shreds, it chugs. What else do you need? Well, let's see if it fully slaps. I want to know if it can slap. I know what you're thinking, but Jacob, it's a 7-string, not an 8-string. Yeah. You're not Tussinabasi. How are you possibly gonna slap that guitar? I don't know. I believe in this guitar that I've wanted since I was 14, that it can slap. So without further ado, let's see if the JP70 can slap. that thing slaps. Did you hear that? I'll slap it around harder than Chris Brown. All in all, final conclusion, does the JP70 slap? That's a check! I'd give it, out of 10 slaps, enough slaps to create a round of applause. The JP70 is truth. It slaps so hard. It slaps so f***ing hard, dude. I love this goddamn thing now. Alright, thanks for watching Does It Slap? Until next time.
Oh yeah, this totally slaps, bro.
Bye.